Hey there, Capricorn, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of January 17th through the 23rd, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies, as well as any energies the universe wants you to keep in mind this week. Also, Capricorn, please remember, if someone is strongly energetically connected to you, their energy may show up in your reading. So take the energies as they resonate. They may be reversed between you and your person. Energy. Love it. Okay, so Capricorn, the main energy for your reading this week is the Nine of Cups. You're feeling good. You're feeling emotionally balanced. You're feeling emotionally fulfilled. Like, you're showing up under really good energy, which is interesting considering what I'm saying here. But anyways, in the recent past, you get the Death, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Again, you're showing up under an energy of like, okay, I'm good. I got everything I need. I'm focusing on myself. But something here came to an end, and this ending brought about a lot of confusion for you. I feel like you may not be super clear about why this ended. And again, I don't know if the connection ended or an aspect of it, but you're kind of showing up as like, I'm not really sure what the hell went down here. I mean, I'm good either way, but I'm just confused. Like, I don't know what happened here in the recent past. In the current situation, you get the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Four of Cups. Overall, you're showing up very confident, very attractive, very balanced, like, you know, I'm giving my energy to the right people. I feel like they're reciprocating that. You could be surrounding yourself with a lot of friends at this time. You're showing up very, very good overall. However, there is something here with the Four of Cups, which is bringing you a little bit of unhappiness, a little bit of kind of like, I'm not loving how this is going. But we'll see what that's about when we clarify. But overall, in the current situation, you're showing me like, I'm good. I'm Gucci. In the near future, you get the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords. You are leaving something behind. You're emotionally detaching, emotionally disconnecting from something. And not only are you emotionally leaving this thing behind, you're also physically walking away from it. Now, with the Page of Cups showing up here, that's letting me know that you still have some feelings tied up to this person or this situation. It's not like you're completely detached from it, but you're in the process of just being like, okay, I don't see this being immense emotion. This isn't like, oh my God, this is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I can't believe I'm losing it. It's more so like, I still want to work with this. I still have feelings here, but I feel like it's time to go. So let's clarify. Let's start off by clarifying the Nine of Cups, which is the main energy for your reading this week. Why are your cards just all over the place? 3 cards for the Nine of Cups for Capricorn. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Hanged Man. I feel like you are waiting to feel good. What do I mean by that? You're still holding on to some difficult energies from the past. Regret, remorse, they did this to me, I did this to them, what if things could have gone differently? There's something here from the past that you're holding on to, and you're in the process of letting it go and getting to the point where you're feeling emotionally balanced. You're not quite there yet. The reason being with the Hanged Man is I feel like you are stopping yourself from getting there for whatever reason. It's almost the energy that I'm getting. It's like if I fully work through these energies, if I fully let go of this, then that means I'm fully letting go of that person and that connection. And that's not true, right? Like, you can be happy. You can be content without holding on to painful emotions from the past. Hell, you can even have this person back in your life without holding on to these painful emotions. But I feel like you, and I say you, right? This could very well be your person, so take the energies as they resonate. But I feel like you're holding on to this as the pain from the past, as an energy and a way to keep connected or to stay connected to this person and to this connection. All right, well, now that explains the Death. Let's take a look at the Death in your recent past and see what that's all about for you. The Death is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Judgment, the Ace of Swords. You're coming to an understanding that something's not working for you here in the recent past. It's almost like you become very, very crystal clear. Like, maybe at some point this was working, maybe this was moving in the right direction, but all I know is in the recent past, it ain't working anymore. Whatever this is, it hasn't been working, it stopped working, and you've understood that, you've come to that realization. And I feel like once you come to that realization, you start taking action. You start making something happen. What exactly you're doing, I don't know. Maybe when we clarify, we'll get a better understanding. Let's take a look at the Seven of Cups for you in the recent past. That could be why you're confused, because you're like, well, it was working at some point. How come it stopped working? But let's see. Gotcha. Seven of Cups is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Death, which you just got, and the Page of Pentacles. The reason you're confused is because there's a lot of emotional pain tied up to this, right? This separation isn't just like, oh, you know, we broke up, no big deal. There is pain tied up with this, and that pain brings about more confusion because you're like, well, it worked at some point, how come it stopped working? Or they used to be one way, how come they've changed? Or, you know, something that was working isn't working anymore, and that hurts because, you know, when it was working, it was beautiful, it was amazing, it brought you a lot of happiness, and then when it stopped working, it just brought in a lot of pain. With the Page of Pentacles here, though, this whole confusion, this whole process you're going through is also a learning process for you. And I know, like in the recent past, you probably didn't want to hear that. You're like, I don't need to learn. This hurts. This sucks. You're learning something from it. I don't know quite what yet, but you're definitely learning something from it. Let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles for you in the recent past. You're showing me that you are single and independent, but let's see what else is up with the Nine of Pentacles. I like how all your cards tie together. It's like you got the Death, and then the Death is clarified here. And then you got the Seven of Cups here, and it's showing up again here. A lot of continuity in your reading. I like that. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords. You're showing up as, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm figuring things out, right? But I am still working through this pain with this person that I have a lot of emotions for. You do still care about this person. You do still love this person, regardless of the fact that you guys are broken up or separated or whatever. The feelings are still there. I feel like you're working through the pain, you're working through the confusion, you're working through all of that. But the cool thing is you're showing up as, like, I'm good. Not anxious, not all up in your head. Like, you're working through it. You're learning through that. And maybe that's what you're learning, or you learned in the recent past. Maybe that's, like, not typical for you. I don't know, right? You would know, but you're definitely learning something here in the recent past. There's a development, there's some progression here, which is very cool. So let's take a look at your current situation. I want to start off by clarifying the Six of Pentacles in your current situation. Again, you get the Nine of Pentacles here, and you get it again in the current situation. By the way, you have 3 pages at this point. All you're missing is the Page of Cups, and you've got all pages on the table, which is a lot of action, a lot of things happening. So the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. It's almost like you're kind of giving up on trying to do or work on anything with this person. You're focused on yourself. You still have the feelings for this person, but it's almost like you put that on the back burner. You're like, you know what? I'm giving up on this. Whatever happens, happens. Like, I need to focus on myself. And I see you really focusing on yourself. And once you do that, you enter that energy of balance. You enter that energy of stability. You enter that energy of feeling good and feeling alive again and feeling like you got your spark back, which is very cool to see. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands in the current situation, because you're showing up under very good energy. Queen of Wands is clarified by the Justice, the Strength, and the Six of Swords. It's hard for you to walk away from this. It's hard for you to walk away from this person, but I see you doing that. I see you still being in a very confident position where you're like, you know what? I'm prioritizing me, myself, and I, what makes me happy, what brings me joy. And despite the fact that it's hard, despite the fact that it is difficult for me to, you know, walk away from this connection, from this person, from everything, I know that that's the only way that I'm going to get balance. I know that that's the only way that I'm going to feel like this situation is right. Like, it worked out the way it was supposed to. Because if I keep holding on to this, I'm just going to feel off, you know, like I'm not going to feel balanced. I'm not going to feel good. And you're really prioritizing yourself and your own happiness, which is cool to see. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups for you in the current situation. Ooh, there you are. All right. Well, Cappy, I'm going to call you out real quick, okay? Don't hate me. Four of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Star, the Devil. You're moving on. You're letting go. You're walking away on the surface. Your body, your 3D, your mind is emotionally detaching. It's walking away. It's processing this ending. Your soul, deep down, all you really want is a brand new beginning with this person. You want to rekindle that spark between you and them. You want this connection back. Now, for those of you that don't want the connection back, it could just be that you want something brand new that's very, very passionate, very lively, that lights you up inside. Although I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like you are just in a place where you're like, I am unhappy without this person. I want this person back in my life. I want this connection back in my life. And you want this more than anything. And usually I would say, oh, this could be your person's energy. But unless you're dealing with another Capricorn, sorry, but I feel like this is you. Let's take a look at the Eight of Cups in the near future for you. Ooh. Okay. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. You're showing me here that you are emotionally detaching yourself from this whole idea of this connection, this person, the emotions, the feelings, the desire to have that brand new beginning. In the near future, it's almost like you're like, you know what? I get it. In the current situation, you're showing me I want this back. I want this connection back. In the near future, it's almost like there's a switch and you're like, you know what? Yes, this is an intense connection. Yes, there's a lot of passion. Yes, I wanted a brand new beginning in love with this person. But I'm realizing like I need to emotionally disconnect from this whole notion, from this belief, this desire, whatever, that this is ever going to happen. Now, I don't know what happened here, but you're showing up very closed off, very stern, very much like, you know, it's almost like you're taking these two energies and putting them in a bubble and being like, float away bubble. Like, I need to let go of this bubble for whatever reason. You would know. Let's take a look at the Page of Cups for you in the near future. Page of Cups is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight, the Knight of Wands, and the Sun. I feel like once you decide to completely let go of this notion, there are still feelings there. Remember I said that at the beginning. There are still feelings there, but notice how you've gone from the King of Cups to the Page of Cups. That is a significant decrease in the intensity of the emotion. So there are still feelings there. They're just not as intense in the near future. It's like, you care about this person, but you're not madly in love with them anymore. The passion, the drive, the love is just not as intense. It's changed. It's shifted into something else. And the reason it's shifted is because you're focusing on yourself, your happiness, what lights you up inside, right? In the current situation, I see you doing that a little bit. In the near future, you're almost kind of like, okay, I'm only going to do what brings me joy and happiness. And the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, so, you know. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords for you in the near future. Love it. Six of Swords is clarified by the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles, and the Fool. You know that walking away is deep down the only thing that's going to get you into that energy of a new beginning. Once you decide to walk away in the near future, and I see you deciding to do that, just being like, you know what? F it. I'm not investing my energy in this anymore. I'm going to focus on myself. You enter a very, very beautiful energy. The Fool is like carefree, no worries, clean slate. You're showing me like once I walk away, I'm balanced, I'm stable. I'm really like I've gone within, I've gone through the dark night of the soul. I figured out what I need, what I want. And this is like the brand new beginning for me. And it's beautiful. Again, notice how there's no pain, there's no anxiety, there's no overthinking in the near future. You walk away. Once you walk away, or once you make that decision to walk away in the near future, that brand new beginning starts. And you're kind of in that energy in the current situation, right? You know that in order to achieve balance, you need to walk away from this, but it's difficult for you. You haven't fully gotten there yet. And in the near future, I feel like you fully get there. Very cool. Very powerful reading, Capricorn. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week. From the universe, you get the Tower, the Seven of Wands, and the Judgment. you're going to come to the realization in the current situation, that your thoughts, your feelings, your desires are right. It's almost like Seven of Wands to me is like a card of knowing that you know. You're going to know what you know. And it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks out of nowhere. You're going to come to this realization of like, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what good for me. This is what I don't want in my life. It's going to come out of nowhere, and it's just going to be like the clearest thing ever. There's not going to be any doubt. You're not going to question yourself. You're just going to be crystal clear on like what works for you and what doesn't. Very, very cool. So Capricorn, I'm going to close off your reading with an oracle card from the universe. Look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sag. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're already doing that in the current situation. In the recent past, you're going through that process of like a little bit of confusion, a little bit of pain. But in the current situation, I feel like you're really looking at the bigger picture for what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what brings you happiness and what doesn't bring you happiness. And you're focusing on that. So Capricorn, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you here for your reading next week. Bye, Capricorn.